Hi, this is Boo Joe with Moon Goddess 114433. And this pick a card reading is for healing your inner child. So the decks that I used today is Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish, Divine Circus Oracle by Alana Fairchild, The Soul's Journey Lesson Cards, and the Beginner's Tarot, which I don't have a box for. So, a couple announcements. First of all, I was going to remind you, of course, like always, that I do personal readings. All information should be down in the description box, and you can reach out to me at my email at moongoddess114433@gmail.com. If what you're wanting is not listed in the description box, you can just contact me and we can get something set up. I do have a turnaround time of 24 to 48 hours. I try to get them out as quick as possible. Another announcement I have is that I do have a type of charity thing that I like to do. Literacy is very important, and the charity program I work with is like literacy for inmates in prison, to help get them books for like spirituality, self-help, healing and growth, because it's not just the people on the outside that goes through the awakening. It's a worldwide event that's happening throughout the world, and inmates, I feel like they should have access to books on how to deal with the awakening and enlightenment as well. So if you would like to donate to that, I have the information for the PayPal link down in the bottom of the description box. So I am ready to get started now. You have 3 piles here. Pile 1 is with the orange My Little Pony type toy. Pile 2 is with the old time red fire truck. And pile 3 is with the pink rubber ducky with her little cup of hot cocoa. Okay, if you need more time, you can pause the video. I'm going to get these moved out of the way so we can get started. So, those of you that picked option 1 with this cute little My Little Pony, let's see about healing your inner child. What cards do you have? We have the number 45, which can be broke down to the number 9, which at the end of the world, an important end, a new beginning. The number 11, which is a master number, Secret of Shinobi. Six of Swords. The Hermit. The Queen of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Growth, and Indecision. Okay, let's look at these. So, how your inner child currently feels. Let's see. So you have the number 45. I'm really getting an impression like she feels like she's trying to hold it together and there's not enough time. So this card talks about, you've got the lightning here, and it's a really dark card. Like there's a lot of chaos, there's storms about you. There may be a lot of changes in relationships that you're going through, or even maybe legal matters or your career, maybe even changes in your core beliefs. So this card is kind of like talking about like going through the awakening, elevating into the 5th dimension, but for your inner child, I'm getting more of a sense like he or she feels like they're just trying to hold it together as going through this process. I'm really seeing with this pile like a child just kind of not really fearful, but like kind of sitting back in the corner, just kind of sitting there letting everything happen, just really not knowing what to do, just sitting there watching everything going on around them. You have the number 11 for Secret of Shinobi, and something you may have lacked in your own childhood may have been not being seen or heard. I'm getting a sense of again with the sitting off to yourself. You may have a lot of siblings, a big family, to where you just kind of get lost in the mix. May have been a shy child. And I know from my own childhood, lots of times my father would be like, it's better for you to be seen and not heard. Kind of like that kind of energy going on. And then, I'm sorry. You may have, of course, with the Six of Swords, I'm getting a sense of, for some of you, you may have had a childhood where your parents went through a divorce, or they had a lot of hard times. When you were younger, then maybe when you grew up a little older in your teenage years, it kind of got a little bit better. But there may have been a lot of movement. But it has caused you in your current life to be a little, you stay to yourself, you isolate yourself. And again, with the Hermit card, it just backs up the number 45 about going through a spiritual awakening. The things you've been through has helped awaken you, enlightened you. You can see other people's problems. You're pretty open-minded. The best way for you to heal your inner child. So you have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords here. Be compassionate to yourself. You know, do some self-care. Some self-care rituals. Maybe take salt baths while you're going through your awakening to help ease your inner child from the chaos that it feels like it's in. And be more clear with where you're wanting to go with your I'm getting a sense of like not really knowing what you want your path to be. You do remember that our reality is what we make it. So just, be very clear with yourself on what you intend to do with your gifts. Do remember that you are going through a growth. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. Again, this is like going through an awakening where probably you used to be shy. You're now being called forth to be open to others and be helpful. You have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So you use that intuition and your gifts, your inner wisdom and your voice to help other people who are going through similar situations. And in that same aspect, you need to help yourself as well. Because sometimes we get so busy helping other people that we put ourselves last. So to help heal your inner child, you probably you really need to do a lot of self-care. Take some time out for you. Maybe go, you need to do some more meditation, some more relaxations. I'm getting a sense of being really stressed, a lot of pain. For some of you, maybe feeling pain like tightness in your shoulders and the back of your neck. Yeah, to help that, I would definitely say, soak in a hot salt bath. Go outside and do some sun gazing. Do some relaxation rituals to help you. Okay? I hope that resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay. For those of you who picked option 2 with this red fire truck, this is your reading. Okay, so how can we help heal your inner child? You have the number 39, which breaks down into the number 12, which again breaks down into number 3. A clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. The number 1 for meant for you. The King of Swords. The King of Wands. The Chariot. The Eight of Cups. Forgiveness. And empathy. Okay. So, how your inner child currently feels. We have the number 39, a clockwork pumpkin. So, with the clockwork pumpkin, I'm really getting a sense that your inner child feels like full of innovative ideas, full of creativity. I'm seeing like a child who has so many ideas that it's just kind of, they're all jangled up together. Really wanting to color outside of the lines. Like, not even paying attention to the lines. Just really like, I've got my own idea and I'm going to go this way. Yeah. I have that light bulb in that pumpkin. So, yeah, it's just really innovative ideas just brimming over. Like, hear me. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. I'm getting really a sense of someone who's very black and white. Very follows a really rigid path for yourself. Who does things in order A, B, C, D. There's no room for the gray areas. What you lacked as a child, we have meant for you. But what I'm really sensing is, in my mind, I'm seeing the Magician card with manifesting. So you may have lacked in your own childhood that freedom to be a child. Like, you probably, with this group, I'm getting a sense of a lot of people who had to grow up really fast. I have a sense, with the King of Swords, you had a very strict parents or family life, home life, very strict, very authoritative, very dominating. And that kind of left your inner child a little scarred because they really didn't get to be creative and I'm just hearing missing out on childhood play. Just really grew up really fast. Had an understanding of adult issues just way, way too soon. And how that affects your life now with the King of Wands is like, as an adult, I'm just seeing you as someone who really, you're rigid with yourself, and just like with your career, you're just like, you've had to do everything all on your own. But at the same time, I'm getting a sense that for some of you, you're just, like comedians that make everyone else laugh, but on the inside, they're hurting really, really bad. And you know that saying where you need to check on your friends that make you laugh really hard, the funny friends? You're the funny friend. And you're hiding that very well. Look at all those thick cloaks he's got on, the thick robes. So, something that you can do to heal and support your inner child is just realize, like with the Chariot, you see with the horses kind of go in opposite directions. You have a black one, you have a white one. Just realize that not everything is in black and white. Sometimes you need to go expand. You need to walk away from self-limiting beliefs. You need to forgive. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, I know for myself with my own father was, he was kind of strict. I say kind of, he was really strict. And it's hard learning to forgive, number one, the parental or authority figures in your life that cause so much resentment. And then not only forgiving them, but having to forgive yourself because of feeling that anger. And you're taught to respect your parents. And you're like, I really shouldn't feel this anger, this resentment, this backlash towards them. And you feel guilty for feeling that. So you need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive the other person. And then let yourself be a child. Even as an adult, you can be playful. Open up and be playful. I see that with the Chariot card and the number 39. So, manifest your happiness. So we have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. You can see your side, and you can see your guidance side, your parental authority figure sides. Now that you're grown, you can see both sides of the situation, especially. I don't know why, but I'm really seeing that for some of you, maybe as a child, you really wanted to do magic tricks. Pull a rabbit out of your hat, that whole scene. You know what? Go get you a toy magic kit. It doesn't matter if you're grown. So what? Heal that inner child. Be playful. Have fun. I hope that resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh my goodness. I smell food. I think my mom is cooking something for breakfast. I still haven't eaten yet. I just got up and started recording a video for y'all. My stomach is about to growl. So if y'all hear growling, that is my stomach. Okay, for option number 3, that chose the pink rubber ducky. This is my rubber ducky, by the way. Talking about inner child. Yes. when I take my little goddess bath, when I do self-healing, self-care, this is my little rubber ducky. This is what sits in the tub with my rose quartz and my sea salt. And I don't really play with it. I just like to let it float around. So let's talk about healing your inner child. So we have the number 3, Sea Beacon Fairy, guidance. But where will it lead you? The number 34, which breaks into the number 7, confetti. Five of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. Judgment. Page of Cups. Love. And courage. Okay. So how does your inner child currently feel? We have the number 3, Sea Beacon Fairy. So your inner child probably currently feels a little lost and doesn't really know what direction to take. Your inner child does not trust your intuition. Like, really afraid to really listen to your own inner voice. Probably question your own intuition. You question that little voice inside that was like, your intuition will say, don't take the regular route home. You need to go this other way. And then you're like, no, I'm going to go my normal way because I just don't really, or your intuition, you're like, oh my God, why am I thinking these things? Right? So that's just questioning yourself. Your inner child questions your inner intuition, like afraid to make a decision, afraid to trust your own decisions and guidance. Something you lacked as a child with the number 34, confetti. I'm just getting a really sense of you may have lacked recognition or praise as a child. Everyone should be celebrated for who they are, their own uniqueness, them celebrated for their successes and their achievements. And I'm getting a real sense of not getting that when you grew up. So, and something that really scarred you as a child, we have the 5 of Pentacles. A lot of you felt kind of left out in the cold. Some of you may actually have been in foster care or orphanages. I see a lot of transference of home life. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but for some of you, that is a significant thing in your life. For others of you, you may have experienced just parents who really struggled, and maybe, you just felt kind of, maybe your parents, some of you had parents that worked 2 or 3 jobs, and you just felt like they worked so much they didn't have time for you. But being left out in the cold was a major aspect in your childhood. And how that affects you now is you have the 9 of Wands, which is standing up for yourself at all costs, making sure you have your own back. So how can you heal your inner child and support your inner child? You have the Judgment card and the Page of Cups. So which of the Judgment card, of course, is a resurrection card, a rebirthing card, but what I'm really hearing is, with the horn, toot your own horn. For some of you, I'm hearing coming out. You really need to have a coming out. Throw a party for yourself. Instead of doing all this work, also throw a party for yourself. and love yourself. Give yourself a love offering. Give your inner child a love offering. Throw yourself a birthday party. Why am I hearing birthday party? But throw yourself a birthday party. Do the whole 9 yards. And then sing to yourself happy birthday to me. Like, it's my birthday, bitches. Yes, yes. We are going to celebrate me. Go buy yourself a pretty little bauble, like a bracelet or a ring or something that you would like to have. Maybe a new fancy perfume. I know I love going and buying expensive perfume. Learn to love yourself without so much hard work. Celebrate who you are. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So, see the good in yourself. Have courage. Says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Stop questioning that inner voice. Know that your inner voice is only guiding you. Your intuition is guiding you to better decisions. Okay? Just listen to it. I promise if you listen to your inner voice, you start practicing that, you're going to realize, like, for example, at the beginning of the reading when I said, when on your way home, your inner voice said take a different route, and you was like, nah, I'm going to go my normal route. And then what happened? You ran into some kind of accident or roadblock or something that delayed you getting home on time. But if you would have listened to your inner voice and taken the other route, it may have been more scenic, it may have been more relaxing, and you wouldn't have had all that stress with the roadblock. That's just an example. Okay, so I hope this resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. This was Billie Joe with Moon Goddess 114433. I do personal readings. If you have to contact me for a personal reading, you can do so at my email account, moongoddess114433 @gmail.com. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Happy healing.